guys, we're doing the Lebron here for Josh, Dummy Man, 10:36 p.m. Wow, a lot of chat on this thread here. Alright, let's type. Why is it being so slow? We got Zach, Greg from Dave, Mike from Mike, Danny from Mike, Mike from Danny, Nate from Nate, Nate from Nate, Scott from himself, Daniel, 10:36. Alright, I got a special request for this video. I gotta call out all the names. Daniel, Zach, Scott from himself, Greg from Dave, Mike from Danny, Mike from Mike, Danny from Mike, Nate from Nate, Nate from Nate, Daniel. 2. Nate from Nate, Nate from Nate, Greg from Dave, Mike from Danny, Mike from Mike, Daniel, Zach, Danny from Mike, Daniel, Scott for himself. 3. Scott for himself, Zach, Greg from Dave, Daniel, Danny from Mike, Nate from Nate, Mike from Danny, Nate from Mike, Nate, Mike from Mike, Daniel. 4. Nate from Nate, Nate from Nate, Scott for himself, Mike from Mike, Mike from Danny, Zach, Daniel, Danny from Mike, Greg from Dave, Daniel. 5. Let's look at the time again. 10:37 p.m. Danny from Mike, Zach, Scott for himself, Nate from Nate, Daniel, Mike from Mike, Mike from Danny, Greg from Dave, Daniel, Nate from Nate. 6. 10:37. Zach, Daniel, Mike from Danny, Greg from Dave, Danny from Mike, Mike from Mike, Daniel, Scott for himself, Nate from Nate, Nate from Nate. 7. Nate from Nate, Scott for himself, Mike from Mike, Daniel, Daniel, Mike from Danny, Nate from Nate, Zach, Danny from Mike, Greg from Dave. 10:38. Here we go, dummies. 8. Mike from Danny is on top. Nate from Nate, Daniel on bottom, and all the rest of the dummies. 10:38. Let's go back. I hope you guys like how long the video is. $10:38.